Are you listening or are you dismissing? Happy Tuesday, guys. I was thinking about a time, goodness, probably 5 years ago when I had met with a dear friend of mine. At the time, we were just getting to know each other. I had met her at a network meeting in Nashville, but I really had this strong draw to her that I needed to talk with her, and she was very sweet to sit down with me and pour her life into me and her wisdom into me. And I'll never forget, after that 2.5-hour meeting, I got in my car and I was like, okay, God, I'm a little frustrated because she was telling me about how God was talking to her and giving her all these visions, and he was telling her this and telling her that and leading her here and leading her there. And I was like, I have been reading my Bible. I'm going to church. I'm doing all the things. I had repented of, my season of sin, of infidelity. And I was trying to write my book and do what I was feeling led to do. But I kept asking God for clarity and for him to speak to me, and I would get nothing. And so in that moment, I was just like, what gives? Like, this is not cool. Have you been there where you're asking, and then I'll never forget, God whispered gently to my spirit like he does, and he said, I do speak to you, but you dismiss it. And I was like, ooh. And then I said, okay, I hear you. Okay, I'm guilty of that. And I said, the next time that you talk to me, the next time that you give me a vision or whatever, I promise, I will do whatever it is that you're showing me to do. I promise. And so it was about 2 or 3 weeks later, I was checking email at my job, and I got an email from a local coach who was about to do a TV show, and he was looking for 5 people to be on this TV show. It was kind of a competitive environment, kind of like Apprentice meets, I don't know, like Amazing Race or something like that, but it was going to be local. And all of a sudden, while I'm reading this email, I get this vision in my mind of what my videotape, because you had to turn in a video, submit a video to try to be on the show, of what my video was to look like. And you guys, it was pretty hilarious and ridiculous. But I remembered my promise to God, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. Long story short, I did exactly what I was supposed to do in that video. I got on that TV show and I won. And that was the first time that I had spoke publicly and on camera about my adultery. And I could not believe that my message was received, and not only received, but that I was rewarded for being honest. All because I stopped dismissing God's voice, God's nudging, and I listened. So are you dismissing his nudging? And it's very simple. If you have an idea or a vision or a thought that you would not be thinking yourself, and it keeps coming up, like a nag, a nudge, that is the Holy Spirit. That is God nudging you to do something. Stop dismissing it. This is your wake-up call. This is your time to get off the couch and do whatever it is he's telling you to do. No matter how silly, no matter if it doesn't make sense, it will lead you to your next step. I promise. You guys have an awesome Tuesday, and I will see you next week. Bye.